Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting and I'm here in the Bluefield Sports Gun Room because there's a particular gun I want to talk to you about again, and that is the Mars VZ58. Now, I made a video about this many months ago about the banning of them along with the lever release guns as well. This was down to the offensive weapons bill that deemed that these guns were far too dangerous to be in possession of normal civilians. And for those of you that don't know about the Mars rifle, it is the manually actuated release system, and the way it works is for every 2 pulls of the trigger you get a round off. So yes, it will allow you to go at a faster rate of fire than say a straight pull or bolt action, but nowhere near that of a semi-auto. Just imagine a round has just been fired, the bolt has come back, and then it locks. You pull the trigger, it releases the bolt, you can then fire another round, and then of course firing the round pulls the bolt back, locks it back, and then you can go again. Now, NABIS, the police and the government did an investigation over the rate of fire and the potential danger to the public that these guns pose, and they deemed that the rate of fire was too fast for us to handle and to be safe, and that these would be very attractive to criminals. Despite there not being a single case of any of these guns, either the Mars or the lever release, falling into criminal hands or ever being used in a crime. They did very much ignore all of the facts and the evidence based about these rifles and purely went on the fact that they look a bit tactical, they look a bit scary, and they can fire around, moderately fast. The Offensive Weapons Bill received royal assent on the 16th of May 2019, pretty much 6 months ago. Now, the two questions that I think really raises, having that amount of time passed and nothing has happened with it, is that are these guns actually as dangerous as the police once thought? If they really are as dangerous and pose as big a threat as they made out to be, why have in 6 months they done nothing? If they are really that worried and that petrified that they're going to fall into the wrong hands, then surely they would want to go and get them out of the public's hands as quickly as possible. Or maybe they've just realised that actually they don't pose that much of a danger, they aren't going to fall into the wrong hands, they don't have as much or if any appeal to a criminal, certainly when they can go and get a full auto Uzi on the black market or a pistol or any variety of sort of non-modified limping guns. This is not a semi-auto. They can go and get semi-autos and full autos all day long. Why are they going to want something like this? So the fact that nothing has happened over 6 months probably goes to show that they were again trying to be seen to be doing something, whether or not that something is going to have an effect. And unfortunately, the law-abiding gun owners of this country, the law-abiding, perfectly respectable owners of these guns, have once again got the brunt of it. And it does annoy me quite a bit that nothing has happened, not just because it goes to show that probably they aren't as dangerous, but there's a lot of people scratching their heads and actually going through quite a bit of worry about what is going to happen. One day, if these suddenly become illegal to possess, so you can't transfer them, you can't sell them anymore, but you can be in possession of them if you already had one. But if they miss the memo, if they miss the letter, if they miss the update that on this date you have to hand them in, if they miss that, then there's hundreds of people that could potentially become criminals overnight. And it does really worry me actually how many people are even aware of the Offensive Weapons Bill and aware of what they are going to have to do. And as of yet, there's been no guidance on compensation, no guidance on how any of that process is going to take place. Now, firearms owners in the UK want to obey the law. They want to stay on the right side of things. And if the government or the police are not giving the right guidance or reassurance of what's going to happen, it leaves a lot of people in a worrying situation. So the last thing that I think this really asks is, if they still think they are as dangerous as they made them out to be and they pose the sort of risks that they made out, then the only other scenario of why they haven't come and collected them all up yet is because of underestimating the time, money and resource it was going to take. These guns retail for about £1,500. The lever releases can go up to about £5,000 in certain configurations. Times that by many hundreds of gun owners, that's a big number. And then you also have all of the admin, you have all of the other costs associated with picking these up and destroying them and making sure that everything is done correctly. And maybe they've realised, oh, actually we really want to take them off of people, but we don't actually have the money to give compensation, we don't have the resource or time at the moment to actually go and collect them around. And again, that sort of asks an even bigger question of, if they are this dangerous and they don't have that sort of money, where is sort of policing and the government going? If I don't want, as a member of the public, to be around things that are deemed to be so dangerous they have to come and take them off you. So in a way, they could potentially be doing the public a disservice. I think overall they're doing legal firearms a disservice, and it's overall quite worrying. I think they would have been far better off actually looking at the facts, looking at the reality that these are not desirable for criminals, they are not desirable for gangs, they're not used in crime, and they are owned and stored responsibly by very respectable, upstanding members of the firearms community. I think overall it's wasted a lot of time and resource and money that could have been far better spent on other more worthy causes, in my opinion. I will keep you updated as soon as I hear anything about when they're going to take these off of people and what the deal is with that, what the process will be, and certainly what the compensation will be. All I can say to current owners is it's certainly not illegal to have one at the moment, so go and use it as much as you can until you're told to surrender it. And another thing, when you are asked to surrender it, paint it pink, paint it as vibrantly as you can, so the lovely showreel of photos that the police always like to show people of confiscated military looking guns, well, it's just going to be a load of pink glittery things. So I think that would be quite funny overall. But I would like to just add, I'm not against the police, I'm not against the government. They try and make decisions that they feel are best for the public. And as law-abiding citizens, we are here to obey by the laws that they lay out. But I can certainly disagree and give my own opinion on things. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to go and break any laws. But there we go, guys. Quick update. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, I hope to see you soon.